Hey guys, what's going on? Today, in this video, we're going to be talking about fast issue. So fast issue is a new T code that they just released, and it's going to make your clerk's life a lot easier, or you as the maintenance manager. I would say that this is more useful for the maintenance manager or supervisor than it is the clerk, because you as the maintenance manager should be the one that is dictating where your parts go. So what this does is cuts out a couple of T codes that your clerks are having to go through once they've PGR'd the parts from the SSA. Now they have just one T code that they can use and process those parts from the mat set all the way to the actual piece of equipment or whatever it is that it's going to, whether it's going to your shop stock or bench stock, whatever it is. You can actually create the bin locations in ZISSUE, and ZISSUE is the actual T code for it. So it's Zulu, India, Sierra Sierra, Uniform, Echo, ZISSUE. Now this T code is in WinGUI ZISSUE, but you can also access it from AIT. So if you're an AIT user, you just need to make sure that you make that tab available, or have your maintenance supervisor make that tab available. So let's get on the computer. I'll show you how to use it and how useful it is and how much easier it's going to make your life. All right, guys, starting from our home screen, we're going to put in the T code, ZISSUE. Doesn't have a W. And once you get in here, there's a couple of things that you can do. You have here receipts from warehouse. So this is going to show you a list of all your parts that you've received, that you've PGR'd from your SSA, and then any issues that you've processed and actually issued, you can go down here and check that. Now it's only good for that specific day, so it gives you a running tally of what you've processed. So we're going to put in our SLOC. So you take out this date, this calendar date right here, and then it opens it up, and then at that point you can see anything that has not been issued. You do have the option to actually check for any specific materials, but otherwise it's going to pull up everything. Alright, as you can see, we have one item in this SLOC, and it is being prepared to go to the piece of equipment that it belongs to. So what you can do is click on and highlight that piece of equipment, the item, part, whatever you want to call it. And first thing you do is open reservations, and then it's going to show you all open reservations for that material. So if you have multiple pieces of equipment that need that part, it's going to show multiple pieces. At that point, you just highlight and then you can issue it. So what we'll do is we'll go into a different SLOC that has quite a few other parts in it. All right, as you can see, we have a lot of parts ready to be issued out with this SLOC. So a lot of this stuff is shortages or restocks. So what we can do is here we have an emergency rescue bar. Highlight it and then click on open reservations. As you can see, we have multiple pieces of equipment that are waiting on that material. And we can click on another one, do the same thing. As you can see, we have several parts ready for issue. Now, if you get this part in and no longer need it for a piece of equipment, even though, so say this part right here has an open reservation for it towards a piece of equipment, right? So if you've already repaired that and no longer need that part, you can actually update it and add it to a storage bin. So you do the same thing, highlight and then update storage bin, and then you put it in a bin location and then update it. And if it doesn't have the bin location here, then it doesn't have one. You can create one at that point. So what we'll do is go back and we'll try another SLOC, and then I'll show you the process of issuing out. All right, as you can see, we have a lot of POL in this SLOC that needs to be pushed out. So what we're going to do is highlight it. I'm going to click on open reservations. As you can see, these are all restocks. We ordered these And what it does is it shows you right here based off of that what the movement reason is. That can tell you what it's for. So we're gonna highlight that and issue, and then back out. So we'll back out. Click on it again, open reservations, and you can see that other one dropped off. So we'll click on this one again, issue, back out again. Then we'll go back into it. As you can see, it has now fell off. So now that we've issued those parts, we can go back and click down here. And you can see we've issued those parts out. So that is the basics of using fast issue or ZISSUE, whatever you want to call it. All right, guys, you can see it makes your life a lot easier. You can actually process. Now, the only way that you can see parts are if they've already been PGR'd from the SSA, and you can actually see the parts that you've issued for that day. Now, beyond that, you're not going to be able to see much more. So, as I showed you, you take out the first calendar date. That's so that you capture any parts that you have actually processed in the past that may still need to be processed and issued out to a piece of equipment, or you maybe just need to absorb it on your mat sit. So I hope that this helps you out, gives you a new tool to work with. There's going to be a few more videos pertaining to ZISSUE because there's more to it than just this. But this gets you using it, gets you familiar with the T code, and we'll be doing another video on using it in AIT and setting up your AIT if you're not familiar with doing that. So I hope that you got something from it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.